Next up on the menu, we have her partner held her accountable. Oh man, the repercussions of my actions. Oh no, a fate worse than fucking death. I'd rather be dead. Let's get by the video to me.
I saw this video, it was viral, and I wanted your take on it.
Karen, Mr. Karen over here. Get it, get it, get it.
What is gang doing?
We're filming a video.
There's a 2-year-old kid that lives in that house.
Okay?
I want to talk to him. No. Hop in, let's go. Come on.
No, I want to talk to him.
We'll talk to him in the car. Let's hop in.
What?
It's not one of the Hey, get in the car. I asked him.
Get in the car.
I get it. You can leave us alone.
Get in the car, girl.
What does that matter?
Who's driving the car when he's fucking around with a skateboard?
Just relax, bro.
Just do it somewhere else. Take my picture.
Take it.
In the car! The hell do you think this is?
That is annoying.
No, you don't get to make your own decisions. Stop. You don't run shit. You don't sit there and bicker old people. You hop in, you leave. We're sitting.
You don't get to make your own decisions. It's kind of wild, though. That's kind of wild.
You're ghost riding the whip in the neighborhood. Stop acting like we're not in the wrong. And then you're antagonizing
That's
him.
true.
If he goes and slaps you, I have to go grab him. You don't get to do that. If he gets in your face now, I have to fight him. So you don't get to act all big and bad when you're with your man. It's not.
That's true. I agree.
Yes! 100%. Because you're ghostwriting the whip. That's dangerous and illegal. Yes, Mr. Karen right there, not minding his business, and the 2-year-old in the house, who cares? That's not really the real point. The real point is what you're doing is illegal and dangerous. You know what I mean? But you bickering to the dude, I'm not even talking about the point of, oh my God, but he's telling her what to do. That's so talked up. No, get in the car. Let's go. Let's leave.
No.
Let's leave.
Forget telling her what to do. I get to tell you what to do, and what you do puts me in danger. I get to tell you what to do when you are my responsibility if you get in physical danger. Why? Because if she starts a fight and her man leaves her, y'all gonna get on his ass. Y'all gonna say he fucked up. Y'all gonna shame him to high heaven. You don't get to instigate a situation and then make someone else have to suffer those physical violences. Get the fuck out of here.
100%.
Get the fuck out of here. You guys are a couple.
100%.
You guys have to consult. The same way he can't start no goddamn bar fight without his girl having a say.
Because if the girls of the dude you're starting a fight with, they're right there. They're gonna get on your hat. That is 100%.
I'll tell my homies what to do if they're not acting right and they're putting me in danger. And they do the same to me, and they have a right. Let's get away from this whole like gender. It's not even gender.
It's not. It has nothing to do with
There is a gender element to it, but it's not gender like that.
No, it's danger, not gender. Okay, it's really that.
That's it. Listen, I've said this to my mom, I said my siblings too. My mom just the other day, I'm trying to calm a situation down, calm it down. This lady shows up at the door, ready. So I said, if you get in the fucking house, cause you gonna give me problems. I'm about to solve this. You about to start some shit.
I'm de-escalating.
And if I was escalating in the role reverse and she said something to me, I got no place to say nothing. But it's my responsibility. So stay in your fucking lane. And thanks to my mom, shout out to her, she listened. Because sometimes you might act out of pocket. But you can't say, oh, it's not his place. Of course it's his place. You guys are a team. You guys are connected, whether it's friendship, relationship, platoon, co-workers, you have a say.
Leroy Jenkins, you're putting everybody in danger. What are you doing? Why are you running in there? And then we all have to fucking die. That's the same fucking
We all
thing.
have to
And
fucking
I've seen this so often where ladies will get their man knocked out.
Yes.
They get their man shot.
They run their mouth.
I've seen ladies just run up to a big ass dude talking like, what you gonna? And I'm like, yo, your man gonna have to cash that check and he don't look like he ready. And you gonna put his manhood on the line because if he don't act right or do whatever it is, then you gonna look at him different too. Stop.
Now he's gonna call the cops, and now there's problems. Now I have to deal with it. And I told you, get in the car. You need to learn to listen to me. No, you didn't. You're talking shit to him.
I did. Oh my God.
I have to scream at you to get you in the car. You won't get in. You're sitting.
She's being defensive right now, and I'm sure with a rewatch she probably would, right? Because here in this moment, she probably, like, if I'm being in her shoes, she thinks she's defending them because they're not doing anything wrong in her head. And here's this fucking Karen, and now her boyfriend yelling at her, so she probably defends him. They're both, the boyfriend to me is more valid, obviously, but I can understand from her perspective because she's not really taking in the ghost ghostwriting like it's a bad thing. To her, they're just filming a harmless TikTok sketch where the car is going 2 miles per hour, whatever the fuck it is. Now, I'm taking her perspective.
I understand what you're saying. We're not doing anything wrong. It's not because nothing happened that you're not doing anything wrong.
Sure. In that moment, for her to understand, you're gonna need time. You're gonna have to slowly explain that stuff. But when things are heated, you're not gonna get through it. So I'm just gonna say, I understand where she's a little bit. It's with reflection she don't learn, then you got a problem. In the moment, she's a little bit defensive. I don't lose my mind, me personally.
You have this ego that you think it's okay.
People think we're doing something wrong.
We are doing something wrong. We're totally in the wrong.
Okay, let me just say this in her defense as well. Buddy, if you think it's wrong, then why'd you do it?
Why you
can't have her come up, you guys come up with this idea, you have her filming your idea where you're the front of the camera and then start yelling at her after the fact, talking about we are doing something wrong, this and that and the third. Nigga, you was part of that whole heist. Okay, so that's also...
That's true. I agree that he was a part of it and he was actually probably the fucking protagonist of it because he's the one who's jumping out of the car and getting on the skateboard. I agree that he's also in the wrong with that.
His part to be a little bit accountable for.
I mean, he's not a nigga.
What?
Okay. I was about to get defensive because you called me out in the moment, but you're right. You see, like I'm an evolved individual.
I agree with what Abba said about the guy having to take accountability as well. But I think he is because he's saying we're in the wrong. He didn't say you're in the wrong. He said we're in the wrong, meaning he knows he's wrong. She is also wrong because she condoned it, which is why he was telling her, just get in the car and let's go. You know, she should have just listened and it would have all been over.
Please stop.
I need you to say next time that happens, I will listen to you,
I
Judah.
understand. Yes. I don't need to be yelled at.
Okay, shout out to her. Shout out to her.
That's true.
She eventually
I
does
agree.
own it. She says, don't push it. And I agree with her.
You wouldn't get in the car. I had to scream at
Is it
you.
acceptable for me to yell at you?
Yes, if I'm not listening to you and you're arguing with a grown man,
Hey,
yes.
it's not. There's no reason for us to yell at each other. It's fine. I understand.
So
I was yelling.
Well, he was coming with a very stern and
Was
like
that yelling?
close, depending on what it is.
At some point, he was like, "Get in the car!"
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
he
no,
did.
because there's potentially danger. I'm talking about in the car.
Okay, don't use a literal definition. He's definitely taking a very stern tone with her.
Yes,
Like, so it's definitely like an aggressive, not the.
Stern and yelling is two different things.
It's okay. Everything in this interaction and how they handled it to me was probably one of the better outcome scenarios. She owned her part. The man kind of said what he needed to say. They'll probably have conversations. It's normal to have a little bit of disagreement.
Conversation, makeup. I mean, carry on.
Sure. But one thing I will say about the guy, I like the fact that he owned the fact that they were in the wrong. Too many times people will do bad behavior and not even own it, that they're in the wrong. He says, no, we're in the wrong. We're ghostwriting. Yes, you are in the wrong. Now, what's the guy who was coming out a bit of a Karen shirt? Like he said, oh, there's a 2-year-old in that building. Nigga, they're going 2 miles per hour, okay? Let's chill out. This whole like 2-year-old pearl clutching was unnecessary.
Yeah, 100%. That had no.
But you were still in the wrong. It is what it is. You got to just eat that and leave. And he's also right. Don't be talking to a grown man, especially in America where motherfuckers got guns everywhere. Don't talk to nobody like that. You're not strapped, you're not ready. And also, why would y'all even want to risk it? You know, this is just a thing for the ladies. Especially if you're expecting your man to protect you, don't start shit. A lot of y'all be starting shit knowing you got a man beside you, or you think violence is not a real thing and they got to suffer. I don't like that.
Ladies, a phone camera is not a shield. It's not because you film that nothing's gonna happen to you.
And this is
God, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You can still get to knock the fuck out, but on HD.
and this is some you're trying to get a point.
Oh, like now, obviously, Preach and we are not advocating. Yes, we are not advocating for women violence. We are not advocating for women to get knocked the fuck out whenever they have a little bit of a problem. But he is right in the sense that you filming, chances are if the guy's yelling at you, he doesn't give a fuck about you being a girl, and he's not going to give a fuck about you filming either. So he's just going to go ahead and do it to you. I agree with that, because niggas are fucking crazy these days.
Went across to somebody. If they make a concession, let it go, and then come back to it later when everything's calmed down. When she says, fine, I get it, and then you keep pushing the point, in that moment, it's the least productive thing. I understand you might be heated. I understand she fucked up. this is true for anybody. This is true for dudes, girls, don't matter. But I understand from his perspective, he probably had his cortisol high. He saw a bit of danger, whatever it is. It's not easy to make these decisions in the moment. It's likely going to have a better outcome if you come back to it later and then talk about it calmly and be like, this is why I was afraid. I was afraid for your safety, for mine, because we could have been in danger. And they're much more likely to receive that well than if you keep going in the moment and you keep pushing about why they're wrong. Someone said, what, why? It's just a leadership thing in general and conflict resolution. So even when you are managing soldiers or whatever it could be, there's a talk you have in the moment and there's a talk you have later. When someone fucks up, you point out the thing, you say, they say, later you have an extent, you don't continue to berate them indefinitely in front of other people or even by themselves, because at some point it becomes counterproductive where they shut down. So what I'm saying is to take the emotional side of it. Take your emotional upsetness and how wronged you feel by the fact that, and think about what the solution is. And if you want to get there, keep going in that moment is not conducive. If I have an employee and they did something wrong, I'll point it out real fast. And then once they acknowledge it, I'll move on and then we have a lengthy conversation later. But there's no point in me just keep digging that shit in and making them feel shittier about themselves in the moment. Let them have time to reflect and see themselves. You might be surprised. You might come back to it later and they might own up to shit you didn't even realize. I've been an impatient person most of my life. And so I didn't know a lot.
Abba always fucking spits. Sorry, I was looking at my phone a lot. I have some stuff coming, ordered some stuff. Gotta get in the kitchen and chef up some shit. But Abba's always fucking spitting. He's always saying it real. And that, my friends, my brothers and sisters watching this video, who I really appreciate. Thank you so much for the growth. We are at 60 subscribers, and I really fucking appreciate that. It's great. He just explained all of the characteristics of a actual good leader. That's the type of boss that you want. And thankfully, that's kind of the type of bosses that I have. The GM that is over where I work and the manager who is over where I work. They both are like that. They'll get like, hey, don't do this, this, and this. And then you say, okay, they're like, cool, got you. And then you do it. And then later they're like, yeah, I just had to talk to you about that because blah, 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 blah. But it seems you got it. And then if you have a brain and if this is a process that you're familiar with, you go, yeah, I was blah, blah, blah. I fucked up, but I fixed it. Now I understand. I know better. Now I will do better. And then it's like it never happened. It's like it never happened. Or alternatively, they say, hey, you're not supposed to do it like that, blah, blah, blah. You fucked up. You go, oh, okay, that's my bad. You put no energy into it at all. And it's like it never happened again. They probably won't even come back and talk to you about it. If they do, they go, I see you fixed it. Good job. Anyway, I need you to blah, 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 blah. Both work. You know what both of those are devoid of, though? Confrontation, pushback, getting defensive. And that is because of two reasons. One, the boss, the authority figure, didn't try to drill you, pause, drill it into your head, try to beat you in, pause, of the fact that you were wrong. And you aren't getting defensive about them calling out you being wrong. Two-way thing.
This stuff, and I've had to learn from just the people around me. And yeah, that's something when I watched that conversation, I was like, oh, I used to do that. And it was never productive. That's a man of honor, worthy of respect. He's 100% right. We need to stop talking back. Females got a good man like this, and they don't even listen to him. Your man and the old man are right. When someone's taking accountability for their actions, I fucking love it. And I do agree with that. I think too often people do bad shit and then never own it or don't admit that they're right. I do appreciate that he did.
And I don't understand why, because me personally, I'm the type of guy, if I fuck up, that's on me. That's my bad. That's on me. You know, or I go like, oh, that's my bad. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why I've just gotten more comfortable with saying sorry for when I actually fuck up and actually meaning I'm sorry because I go in to correct the mistake, you know, going, that's on me. That's my bad. You know, I'm going to correct that. And yeah, I know better. I'll do better. I don't know if that's just something that's rare in people. I wish it wasn't if that is the case, but I'm just the type of guy that's like, if I fuck up, I'm going to do everything in my power to not let it happen again, A, and B, to let you know that my intention was not to fuck up in the first place. And I think we'd all be in a better place if everyone thought that way, at least when it comes to when they fuck up. But with all that being said, you guys let me know what you think about this video and all of this, this whole video in the comments below. And I just saw another comment, which is why I just looked over there. It said, feminism ruined everything. It's a girl saying it. No, that's not the truth. Feminism is not correlated with girls not being held accountable. Feminism is literally another way of saying equality. That you're a fucking idiot. But like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you know, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Have a better day than me.